give me permission to...
Bad person. Then that could be racist, and it could be a criminal offence because he's a protected person and I'm not. On the other hand, he said the exact same thing to me. I just have to suck it up. Because I'm not a protected person. Unless...
So nice and like, there's lots of corruption.
But if I am a Kekistani...
So does it have...
Oh, is this Kekistan?
Okay. Yes, I am also a minority, just like him.
Right.
Although it doesn't mean that I don't go to prison for saying he's a bad person, it means at least we go to prison together.
How do you insult a Kekistani?
What? How do you insult a Kekistani? I know, the same way as anybody else. The same way as anybody else. But remember, I am a protected minority, and I will go running to the police with tears.
I need to know what to say though. What's the trigger word?
I don't know. We're not easily triggered, actually.
Okay.
No, we're not easily triggered. It's the other guys.
So that you can exercise your rights of minority rights and go to the police. I need to know what the trigger word is, so that at least you can put it into practice and see if you'll be defended by the establishment.
I mean, to tell the truth, I was questioned by the police earlier on today.
Okay, because they thought it was a Nazi flag.
Yes, of course. That's of course.
That's not surprising.
That's what
they're obsessed with race.
Exactly. And this is how I could tell. You know,
I don't agree with
it at the corner of their eye, and they were worse than anybody else instantly.
Well, it kind of looks like that.
They came across. Yes.
It kind of looks like that, but I don't agree with you that it means that I'm obsessed with race. No. It just means I think it looks similar to the Nazi flag. That's all.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
So what is the flag?
Kekistan.
You've not heard of Kekistan?
Yeah, I think we all have a system by which the people who've been here a bit longer explain it.
I think they've made it up to try and test the boundaries of what you're allowed to say. It's like a protest against people who complain about it. Yeah, kind of.
It's beautiful and also has its illegal effects. But anyway, I thought, why stop here? Yes.
Yes. Another way now. That's a beautiful flag. But the fact
that it's a massive troll.
Troll again. So I thought, why stop here?
So do you have a manifesto?
Me personally,
the Kekistani Parliament or something?
No, we don't. That's about a constitutional monarchy.
Okay.
It looks like a person.
K and then as in Pakistan. Yeah, it starts with Kekistan.
Oh, I remember that. That's that country off Norway, isn't it? What was it?
Yes,
that invented country
waters.
on an island
yes,
or something.
Right.
Okay.
So one of the problems we have in this country, you know, I was enjoying myself with, you know, the Kekistan
You're not allowed to do it in part.
and all the rest.
Enjoy yourself in private.
and annoying and confusing all the police officers. So I thought, well, I'm going to take this one step further. Now, one of the problems we have in this country is we are really trying to establish whether or not we're a democracy. Now, British people voted to leave the European Union for Brexit.
I didn't.
Okay, that's fair enough, but you know the majority did. And now, but the people who are trying to stop them now are the lords in the Houses of Parliament.
Who weren't voted in.
Who were not voted in. So they say, oh well, anybody who wants to preserve their country and their traditions and everything else must be a racist. So I said to them, okay, so if you're not a racist now, everyone's equal now, can I be a lord? And they said, no. I said, why not? Well, these are our ancient traditions, we have to preserve our ancient traditions. So in other words, okay, so you want to preserve your ancient traditions, and I'm not allowed to preserve my ancient traditions, or I'm a racist. That seems a little unfair.
Okay.
And he said, well, of course it is. This is why we're the ruling class. So I'm not really very happy with that. But, luckily, we all stand on the shoulders of giants, and here is a man who's been doing something about it.
Okay.
In 1967, Prince Roy took a boat out and occupied a previously British government gun platform in international waters and declared it his own country. Anyway, the government came along, the Royal Navy came along, and they brought in a boat to go around and blow up all the other different gun platforms so nobody else could do it. And some contractors were going round and round his island there, saying, "You're next, we're going to destroy your home, you're next." So what he did, of course, because he was king of his own country, he brought out a double-barrel shotgun and fired it at the boat. And the boat went away, but then he received a summons for his arrest. So he went to Essex, where his trial was being held, where he held a very, very long and complicated trial lasting over a year, at which point the judge got so bored and so confused that he said, "Well, this is not within my jurisdiction to pass judgment on." In other words, he accidentally granted independence to Sealand. From that point, accidentally, he had given this British government recognition of independence, which means because it's now independent, they can create their own lords and their own barons and their own postage stamps and their own currency and anything else they damn well want and make a living out of it. And above all, to totally confuse the establishment, because they have actually recognised the legality of my lordship.
Oh, that's you, is it?
Yes, I am. No, that's not me. But I am now a lord of Sealand.
Okay.
Which confuses him no end. The great thing about authority, you see, you've always got to keep them in a permanent. You must never let them feel secure in anything. Basically, you must always feel as if they're the ground's shifting underneath their feet. So
what's the point of doing all of this thing?
The point is, why should they get to a point, their cronies, their political cronies, and hangers-on to be lords, and us not be able to do the same thing?
Okay, so what will you achieve by your lordship? Yes.
What the first thing I would do is I will, whenever I come across authority, I will confuse them to the maximum possible degree. I will get all my documents changed to Sir Richard Ford, and see if I can get a bigger overdraft at reduced interest rates, which is quite possible.
Okay. I don't think there's not much scope for house building there, really, is there?
No, I don't want to live there.
Oh, okay.
No, and I don't live there. Nobody wants to live there.
Okay.
Not even Prince Michael of Sealand lives there currently. He actually lives in Essex. But, he has his security guard there all the time.
What is that then?
Sorry?
What is that?
That's Sealand. Smallest country in the world.
But does that have a seat on the United Nations?
They're working on that.
Okay.
Working on that. They do have a passport.
Okay.
Which you can travel anywhere in Europe except for Germany. The Germans have no sense of humour. They say, "Go away, you silly English person.
Okay.
We don't want anything to do with your silly Englishness." And they send you away again.
So do you have a passport already?
No, I don't have a passport.
Okay. So do you accept immigrants?
Of course.
Okay, so if I decided all this greenery and nonsense was rubbish and I wanted to become a Sealand citizen, I could do so, could I?
Citizenship is different.
Okay.
But
I can become a lord then?
Yeah, you can become a lord.
Okay.
You can get citizenship, but they always call it this mysterious thing called non-residence citizenship, because they don't really want people sitting out, moving in with their houses. It's a bit like, the Queen giving you British citizenship and you
extensions on it?
move into her palace. Sorry, what was that?
Didn't they build extensions?
Oh, they have, yeah. It burnt down a few years ago.
Oh, really? They rebuilt it?
Yes.
Okay. So could you do like the Chinese and just kind of make an island all around it and stuff? Like expand it?
Well, it is an island.
Yeah, but reclaim a bit of, land around.
Claim the sea around you, up to 70 kilometers or 50 kilometers around.
Yeah.
There is some before international waters, the border of a nation is like 70 kilometers.
There you go. Plenty of space.
Fantastic. Yeah, but it's not actually my kingdom. So I'm only a lord, which gives me the opportunity to ponce around in various different ways.
Is this part of it?
No, different country altogether.
Oh, Kekistan is different. Oh, right, okay. So it's Kekistan modelled on Sealand.
They call it the New Zealand one.
Don't you have your own flag then?
Yeah, what's the Sealand flag?
There is a Sealand flag. It's striped in red and green or something.
Does that also look like a Nazi flag?
It would to some people here.
Okay.
I'm sure everything. Everything looks Nazi to some people.
No, that one does. Come on, you must admit. I mean, okay, different people will see different things. But seeing it in the distance over there, I'm thinking, oh, there's some right-wing nutters over there. And when I went over there, there were.
You were proved right.
There were loads of them, but there was a different cause, I think. I don't know, were you part of that Tommy Robinson thing?
Not directly. I mean, obviously I know what's going on.
Alright, because you were in the vicinity.
Yeah, we're not
We're
allowed to mention the name Tommy Robinson. There's a D-notice on it.
Okay.
So the government says you can't report on Tommy Robinson in newspapers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they moved it. They also...
That's a bit off.
Well, they keep on mishandling this thing. They behave in a very authoritarian way, and then they double down.
They're feeding his... they're raising his profile. He doesn't need to advertise.
So anyway, what happened is a guy called Tommy Robinson.
Mail and Express.
The story I heard, and I'll have to check this out, is that just like everybody else, the press originally did report it, and then it was denoticed, and they moved it, and they moved it all
I
from
worked in the
websites.
I worked in the mail. I used to work in the mail.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The story will break.
So what I'm in favour of is free speech. Oh, you're another one. This gentleman thinks it's a Nazi flag, you think it's a KKK.
Yeah, I didn't see it actually. You see different things at different... Now he's mentioned
exactly,
it, I can see the K.
That's my point.
It's 4K though. 4K is like a very nice telly, apparently.
See everyone see something different. But I tell you what, he really does wind the police up.
So have you been in trouble for waving that around?
No, but I nearly was this morning.
Okay, so...
I was waving it a bit, and police officers, you know, because they've got, from their training in Hendon, they've got special Nazi tracking software installed in their brains or something. So they immediately turned around and came across. So I gave them a short history of the country and described the geography and the economy and all the rest of the thing it works. And they decided I was an oppressed minority after all, and so they left me alone. Because the last thing they want to do is arrest an oppressed minority for being an oppressed minority. That really would be bad form in the Metropolitan Police.
Freedom for Kekistan.
Yes. Kekistan. What do you think? There's a little test. You tell me what that looks like.
To me, it looks like a drill.
It looks like a
Piece of art.
piece
of art, there you go. That's a
See,
compliment.
everybody sees something different.
That's a compliment.
What does it mean though? That can change the
It means whatever you see it. I mean, so this gentleman, he thinks it's a Nazi flag.
No, I said it looks similar to...
It's similar to a Nazi flag. This gentleman thinks it's the KKK, and you think it's a piece of art.
What I want to know about is what you think. What is your...
What this is, it's a legal fiction. This country runs very, very much on legal fictions. In other words, there are things that everybody knows are not true, but everyone pretends it's true because it makes life easier. Now, in this country, we have very, very strange laws by which people are protected from being insulted if they are a member of certain groups. For instance, if I was to insult my friend over here, it would be a hate crime and I could go to prison, whereas if he was to insult me, it would not be.
What would it be? Freedom of speech?
Yeah, whatever. They just ignore that. They're not interested because, of course, white people are always racist and black people are never racist. But if I can somehow arrange to be a member of a minority, such as Kekistani, then suddenly I'm protected, just like anybody else in the country. So I have the same legal rights as anybody of any race in this country, provided I remember my Kekistani heritage.
Which is what?
Which is what? Whatever I choose to be
don't even know where that
time.
place is, mate. Where is it? Is it a country?
Yes,
is
it is.
Where?
It's on the border of Somalia.
Somali? No, you're not.
So it's in Africa?
I'm from there.
Yes, I know. Somalia doesn't recognise it yet.
Okay.
But that's what
You
we're
just stuck a
oppressed, you
pin in
see.
the map, did you?
It's in the north
This
of
is
Europe.
where we belong.
Yeah, see, this is why we're refugees. I mean, what we're working on, is getting the same free housing, grants, and all the rest that the refugees get. Because you won't let us return to our homelands. You, sir, are oppressing us.
You don't have a land there. You don't belong there.
So
Do you have an army?
we, therefore, should get local government grants for being oppressed. Everybody else does. And here he is, quite openly stating that I have no right to return to my homeland.
You have a homeland though. You
Sorry?
haven't said where is it?
Thanks to him.
say
Thanks
no,
to
You
him.
didn't remove it. You haven't created it yet.
You say Turkish before.
Yeah, it's
Sorry?
You say it somewhere in Turkey, somewhere in Asia.
No, not Turkey. Not Turkey.
Mali.
Somalia.
Somalia.
Yes.
Can you tell me where you're getting this information? Where you're getting your knowledge?
Well, the font of all knowledge, of course, is the internet.
Okay.
All true information is always found on the internet.
So
Well,
by
Google.
Wikipedia,
So it's Wikipedia.
by Wikipedia, Kekistan.
What is it?
Kyrgyzstan, yeah?
No,
yeah,
Kekistan.
So is this flag
Has anyone got Google right now?
That's what we need.
Kekistani oppression, yes.
That means white Caucasian people, they don't have rights, you say.
We have fewer rights in this
Fewer
country
rights.
than black people do. Unless we're a member of an oppressed minority, such as the Kekistanis.
How can you represent it?
Sorry?
It's not a country. How are you representing it?
In what way is it not a country?
Because you said it wasn't. Did you not?
It isn't, it depends on how you look at it. It's disputed territory. It's disputed territory. It is uninhabited, and also it's disputed between.
So it's basically someone's made
between
up.
I think Somalia and Egypt. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And as a result, anyone can make an equally valid claim to a disputed
can make a
uninhabited
flag.
territory, and so we have done so.
So I could just make a flag.
You could, and you should,
Represent anything.
and you should. You should be a queen. Be a queen of your own country.
I feel like you're being brainwashed.
It's far easier than you might think. Also, be a pope. If any, I think it's only men who can do this. Did you know there are 23 popes in the world? Because there are 23 separate Catholic churches. In fact, anyone can be a pope. You can be. Do you want to be the first female pope?
No, thank you.
Why not? Well, you know, you represent God. People bow down to you.
Sorry?
Sorry?
I don't.
No, that's what I'm
But if you're Pope, you would.
not actually give many geographical data.
You know, I tell you
What's
what.
your
I tell you. Of Kekistan, currently there, because we're so oppressed, there's none whatever there.
It's zero.
It's a fraud.
There's just nothing but diaspora.
It's a fraud.
It's a diaspora.
So you have no people, no land.
Look, it's a bit like
No, it's not. No army.
It's a bit like being Jewish prior to 1947 or whatever.
Sorry?
It's a bit like being Jewish prior to 1947. They had no country,
Yeah.
but they were nevertheless a people.
Okay.
And we are a people
Somebody
who
put
don't
the
have
Alkaline.
a
So you're
country.
displaced. You're chosen people who are displaced.
Yes, yes.
So you need the United Nations to, like, vote and give you a bit of land in Uganda or something.
Yes. In the meantime, before that happens, we need lots of local government grants, like other oppressed minorities, and we need equal legal status because we're equally oppressed when it comes to.
I find that funny.
Bitcoin.
Who got grant? I never got grant or any assistance. I work for myself. So how you get the grant?
Lots do get grants.
Hang
I
on,
don't
it
know
says
how
you've got 12,000 people here.
Is it?
Looking up.
Oh wow, you know that's a very small country, isn't it?
2017 census. So
Oh, wait,
they're
there's
all
just the
shit
ones.
posters, it says here. I don't know what that means. It's a shit poster.
Okay, so what was that? How many now was that?
12,000.
So okay, 12,000 people in the last census of the country put down their nationality as Kekistani rather than British.
Okay.
Now the real number is probably much larger
Oh, wow.
because it's actually quite a big thing to do, to put that down as your nationality in a census. There's always this slight risk you might get deported, I suppose.
So is it a bit,
which would be really bad.
so is it a bit like the religion of, what was that Star Trek religion? What's it? people put down on their voting slip.
Wasn't it Jedi? You
Jedi, yeah.
To be a Jedi.
Yeah. Is it a bit like that then? That's a bit of a joke, really. Though. Come on. It's kind of. Sure. People haven't been taken seriously.
And you're saying you take Kekistan entirely seriously? Is that what you're saying?
No, but.
Right, Pete's. I think that's going to be it. Probably walk around and see if there's anything more. But other than that, guys, I think we'll call this one a day. Been a good day. Sun's been shining. That's what we do, man. Social Info Radio. Peace out.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.